The game changer, React or Angular or Vue? For a front-end web developer, it is always a tough choice to choose between the various technologies that she are provided with. A few years back, the W3 organization has made the JavaScript as the client-side script that has to be used by default by any browser. Thereafter, JavaScript has undergone several changes, and each of the techie giants in the market has developed and used the JavaScript in their own version. At present, terminologies such as libraries and frameworks do exist, and each of them contributes invariably to ease the developer in coding while pertaining to specified standards. We have seen digging deep to find the best, React or Vue, and followed by how to use it like that discussed in React vs Angular. Which is better, React.js or Angular? In this video, we are going to delve ourselves into the three major JS utilities that are prevailing the market, i.e. on the topic which is best, Angular or React or Vue. Brief introduction to each. Every web programmer usually looks around for the choices that are provided in a particular language, and similarly in the case of JavaScript, the enthusiasts most often look for the best comparison between Angular or React or Vue. Before continuing further, it is good that as a reader you should be in a state to appreciate the abilities of each technology, and for that, it is needed to differentiate between a framework and a library. A JS library is a facility, wherein by including that particular one into your main code, you can call the functions that the library has got to offer to you. Now, when it comes to a JavaScript framework, it is on the application level, where the code written by you is actually called by the framework. Here, in our debate, when we speak on which is best, Angular or React or Vue, React is actually a library while the other two are frameworks. Angular is a framework developed by Google back in October 2010, and the second version is out for the business. React is a library that was developed by Facebook in the year 2013. The story of Vue finds its hero and father as Evan You, an ex-Google employee. Having information about users of each of the technology is quite helpful in the comparison done here. The Angular has the defaulter as Google itself, accompanied by Wix, weather.com, healthcare.gov and the infamous Forbes website. The happy clients of React are Uber, Twitter, PayPal, and the list goes on. When it comes to Vue, the satisfied customers are Alibaba, the popular Baidu, and GitLab. There are bigger hands that uplift the developments of Angular and React, whereas Vue is composed of a relatively small team. This is somewhat a peculiar condition, as the code can be expected to be a lot cleaner when the size is lesser, while the length of each stride is more when backed by giants. In a survey conducted by StackOverflow.com, it was found that around 67% of the developers who used React technology are in true love with it, while 52% of the Angular developers are actually satisfied to continue further. Vue was accepted by 89% if they would use it again, while the numbers are 92 for React and 65 for Angular. The updating and upgrading policies have been quite problematic for Vue-dependent developers when it comes to a large-scale application, while people are comfortable with React and Angular. It should be noted that the React uses the ES6 standard of JavaScript and Vue is in between of ES5 and ES6. Angular is quite typical here, as it largely bases itself on TypeScript. The disadvantage here is that the TypeScript itself may disappear completely over the time. Consistency is one good thing Angular has got. Template flow is one big concern that these three have got for their developers. React literally breaks this custom by mixing up the JS code into HTML, and this is actually what was tried to prevent in HTML coding. The other two are at par in this case. The learning curve is yet another factor which helps for the best comparison between Angular or React or Vue. React requires you to have prior knowledge about JavaScript, while the Angular demands you to learn the entirely new syntax that is specific to it. Vue, on the other hand, doesn't tease you much. Conclusion. Thus, the above listed are the facts that each of the technologies has staked against each other, and it is ultimately up to you to decide which one is going to be your choice based on the most appealing one according to you.